Boom, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your boy, Nolan Hawkeye Anthony here, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you may be and however you may be listening, of course. We are about an hour and a half away from the kickoff of the Iowa versus Maryland game. And I want to start, by the way, hit the subscribe button. We are almost at 400. And I wanted to wait until this to do this. But I am so grateful for the support you Iowa fans and even fans of other teams have shown me. There have been some tough times for us with the COOF and all of that good stuff. And I just wanted to say thank you for your support, because I know that I am not amazing at this. I don't believe I'm the best at this. I don't think I'm bad, but I don't think I'm the best either. And I just wanted to say thank you. We've been doing this for about 4 months now, and it's almost up to 400 subs. Once I get to 1,000, I will be able to get some ad revenue and take super chats from you guys. And that is awesome. I'm just sharing this out. I do not take this for granted. There's a lot of people who do this, and they do take it for granted. They take you guys for granted, and I do not do that. I am grateful for every subscription that I have, and realize that this is it's a team effort. It's me, but it's also you guys. And for that, I really am grateful. And I just wanted to share that because it means a lot to me to share something like that. So I hope you consider subscribing. And if you don't want to subscribe, comment. I try and get to all the comments. That's why I do the live show, so I can talk with y'all and just hang out and have a good time. Also, be sure to go to 247hawkeye.com and obviously check out the NHA pod or the pregame and postgame show I do for every game. The one thing I want you to think about is, and I know this may upset some of you guys, but the bottom line is the Chad Lystakos of the world, the Rob Hose, they're not Iowa fans like you and me are. Okay. They are, they get paid for what they do. They like Iowa, but they're not diehards like you and I are. And I think I give a unique perspective from that standpoint. And also I play Division I water polo. So I think I know what it takes to compete at this level. But either way, regardless of my qualifications, I just wanted to say thank you. And I really, really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I am so thankful and just excited about all the support you guys have really shown in the last couple of months for this adventure of mine, or this venture of mine. All right, let's change gears here. Let's stop getting so sappy, as they say. Before the season started, when I did a video on the most important Iowa games, the games that would determine the Iowa Hawkeye season, Maryland wasn't even close. Okay. And for good reason. They have sucked recently. They've sucked. And I also want to say that most of the Maryland fans that have commented have been class acts. You guys have been great. And I appreciate that. Even the negative comments, I don't really care. I'm not someone, I know that there are going to be negative comments when you do something like that or something like this. And it's all good. It's all good. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I'm a big free speech guy. But point is, I did not think that this would be as important a game as it has turned out to be. And I'm going to pull up here the Big Ten standings and the games that are in store for this weekend. And it's big time. It is. The long and the short and the long of it is, if Iowa wins this game, not only will they have beaten a 4-0 team and would add a third quality resume game win to their resume, but there's a very good chance with Minnesota sitting at 2-2 and playing Purdue, with Northwestern and Nebraska squaring off, and both of them having multiple losses in the Big Ten, and Michigan playing Wisconsin. There is a very real chance that Iowa, come this time Monday, takes a commanding 2-game lead in the Big Ten West. And that will be virtually impossible for any of the Big Ten West teams to overtake Iowa. They would have to have a head-to-head matchup victory, and they would have 2 games to gain on Iowa. The only team right now, there's a couple of 0-1 teams, but like I said, Northwestern has a very real chance of losing. Wisconsin playing Michigan has a very real chance of losing. Nebraska, freaking Nebraska, already has 2 losses on the season. Illinois already has 2 losses on the season. There is outside of the fact that Iowa can pick up another very solid victory, this is a massive opportunity for Iowa to gain sole possession of the Big Ten West. And I know some of you guys will say, well, Nolan, it's early in the season. It's fine, but 2 games is still 2 games. 2 games is so much when the Big Ten West is always decided by 1, sometimes half a game. Last year, Iowa was this close to making the Big Ten West championship. They were 1 game away from doing that. So this game is much bigger than I realized, and I don't really fault myself for that, given the fact that Maryland has sucked. They have been terrible, okay? And it is what it is. So I don't really have a problem with that. But this is by far a much bigger game than I expected. Look at my video. It's the second most popular video with 3.1 thousand views. All you guys, not me. It's all you guys. That's awesome. So this is a massive game, guys. And, let's talk about some of the weird aspects of this game. Okay. Number 1, it's a Friday night game. And while I like Friday night games because it reminds me of when I high school playing all sports, I would get out of school and I would have basketball practice. Then I would go to water polo practice. And then after that, I'd meet up with my buds, my bros, and I would go to the football game. And that was that. This is a Friday night game. So even though I enjoy it, I like it, it is somewhat strange. Now, if you were to ask me who's likely to be more ready for a Friday night game, Iowa or Maryland, I would always pick Iowa because they are the better coach team. They are the better coach team. But there's that. There's Tagovailoa, the younger brother of Tua from the Miami Dolphins. Maryland has a very strong offense, but they haven't really played anybody. I know some of their fans tried to tell me that they played West Virginia. Okay, fine, whatever. You played West Virginia. Okay, fine. Great. So what? Okay. Some of them tried to tell me that West Virginia was a better win than Iowa State and Indiana. Maybe it is now, but at the time, it wasn't even close. And by the way, West Virginia is not spectacular this season. Okay. But bottom line is, this game is very interesting with Iowa being a 3.5-point favorite. You have the strong offense of Maryland going up against an elite level defense for the Iowa Hawkeyes. I want you guys to comment in the comment section what you guys think of this game. Do you guys like Friday night games? And what you guys expect to happen? Do you expect Iowa's offense to get back on a roll? Do you expect the defense to show out? I want to pull up some of the predictions so you guys don't forget, because, you know, some of you guys forget who picked Iowa State over Iowa, and your boy did not. I picked Iowa to win that game. I definitely picked Iowa to win that game. I'm going to get your guys' comments here in a second. But this game is very interesting, very, very interesting. And there are many aspects to this game that are interesting to me. I want to talk about Spencer Petrus real quick. You know, I showed you guys that he was graded as the 15th best quarterback according to Pro Football Focus, and I will put that up here in a moment. And that doesn't really surprise me, guys. You know, Spencer Petrus has not played bad this season, okay? He hasn't been spectacular, but for me, what I have always argued, and I will continue to argue this until something drastic changes, is the offense is a sum of its parts, okay? The run game is it's not like the run game is spectacular so far this season. It's been vastly below what we expected, and so have the wide receivers. So given all of that, I don't think Spencer has played all that bad. And I continue to ask this question, okay? If you think there should be a quarterback change, number one, do you think that there is a different quarterback on Iowa's roster, not anybody else's roster, on Iowa's roster, who is significantly better and in a position to do better than Spencer? And number two, is it worth the risk in risking the momentum of a 10-game win streak that Iowa is currently on? I can't find the game predictions. That's fine. And I would argue, no, it's not. Here we go. Here is Tagovailoa. Man, that's a mouthful. As the number one graded quarterback right here, you guys can see your boy hooks you up with all the free content. I hook you guys up with all the free content. Yeah, he's balling, guys. But I also don't think he has played a team or a defense like the Iowa Hawkeyes, okay? That is first and foremost. And right here, Spencer Petrus is 16th with a grade of 87.2. 87.2. If you ask me, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So there you guys have that in the background. I'm going to get to your guys' comments here. Let's see what you guys got going on. 24-21, Iowa is my pick from Mike O'Moran. A shootout by Iowa standards, but the better team, and most importantly, better coach team, is able to come out with a few more stops than the other team. I agree. I continue to say this. Iowa has an elite defense, an elite offense, or excuse me, an elite defense and elite special teams. And I will take that any day of the week over Maryland's good, maybe elite offense. But for now, just good. The better defense wins tonight from Corn and Cattle. CJ Smith says, Friday night is for high school football. It probably is. It probably is. From Michael Morin again, I find it harder to get excited about Friday nighters. There's just something about pageantry of a Saturday college football games that these Friday night games are missing. That's true. I agree with that as well. I do. But I also don't mind coming home on a Friday night, watching my Iowa Hawkeyes, and then going out after the game or whatever I decide to do. I also don't mind doing that. So from Hi Hawkeye, yo, love the show. Hawks 33, Maryland 17. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Hi, Hawk. The support you guys have shown is really awesome. I got to say, I said it at the beginning of the show. I've been doing this for 4 months, and the channel is almost up to 400 subscribers. And I continue to say it's not because I am some uberly talented guy. I don't think I'm terrible at this, but I also don't think I'm the most talented guy in the world. It's because of you guys. You guys are awesome. I love chatting with, fellow Iowa fans. And like I said, for the most part, the fans of Colorado State, the fans of Maryland have been great. They've been awesome. Here is Maryland's running back right here. He is graded as the 52nd best running back, Tayon Fleet Davis. Right here, he has a grade of 76. I'll show you guys where Tyler Goodson is. T good. Show you guys where he's at. He's way down here, folks. He's tied at 160. And I got to say, I'm not really surprised by that. Each game that he has had 100 yards, it's been because of 1 or 2 runs, and then everything else is mediocre. And for me, I remember when I got to college, my coach immediately told us that you need to take what is given to you. You cannot expect to get away with some of these all-star plays like you do in high school. You have to take what the defense gives you. And you see that in the NFL, where guys get the yards that they have. They just take it. They don't try and do this or this. And sometimes Tyler Goodson dances. How many spin moves have we seen from him? How many have actually worked? Maybe 1, maybe 2. So I would like to see him just pound it forward for the 2, 3, 4 yards that he has, because at the end of the day, the punishment that he would deliver for somebody who wants to come in and hit him is going to matter at the end of the game. There are some running backs who get better as the game goes on, and I'm not sure that I can say that about Tyler Goodson yet. But I think he's capable. That's the thing. I think he is capable. The guy, is explosive. He's strong. And like I said, my issue is the dancing. Just hit the hole and go. Hit the hole and go. I want really quickly, can you guys comment on the wide receiver situation? Do you guys think that Iowa should go more of a group, or do you guys think that Iowa should stick with, and when I mean group, I mean, 6 to 8 wide receivers, okay? Or do you think Iowa should stick with predominantly 4 wide receivers? Sam Laporta checks in at number 54. He has a grade of 66.9, 66.9er. Here is his grade overall, 66.9, receiving grade of 76.6, and run block grade of 45.6. Apparently, Sam Laporta sucks at blocking. So, and I always thought he was a good blocker. Here is the center grade. Tyler Linderbaum checking in at number 1, baby. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it looks like Tyler Linderbaum is he's going to go first round. Now, much of the Iowa media expects him to go pro, but I don't. I'm not saying that he's going to stay, but I also don't think it's a foregone conclusion that he's going to leave. He loves being in college, and he loves the Iowa Hawkeyes. So, we'll see how that goes. The guard situation here, and I'll try and show you guys Maryland's grades as well. Justin Britt has the 9th highest grade for Iowa. Connor Colby slid all the way down to number 28. And Cody Ince is at number 36. Let's see if we can find a Maryland guy. If we go position by position, outside of quarterback, I'm very confident Iowa is better than Maryland at every position group. Johari Branch is graded as the 84th best guard. So that is their highest rated guard. Let's look at the tackles. Also, I want you guys to comment, is this the most important game to date? And not because it's the most recent game, but just in general, do you think that this is the most important game Iowa has played to date? I do. I really do. Iowa State, that game really means nothing to me. I live all the way in California. The game just doesn't mean as much to me as it does to, you folks that live in Iowa. And I understand that. That's why, if I could do it, I would have Iowa play Iowa State every other year. Nick DeJong, not DeJong. Those of you who think it's DeJong, it's DeJong. Checks in at number 161. Let's look at the cornerbacks here. Matt Hankins is graded as the number 1 cornerback in the country. Man, what a good decision to come back to college. I remember when Geno Stone left, I was like, dude, why not just come back and improve your draft stock tremendously? But he did what he did. Riley Moss is graded as the 10th best cornerback. Let's look at Maryland's guys so we can see what type of cornerbacks Iowa is going to go up against. I'm going to look at your guys' comments here in a moment. 78, Jacorian Bennett is the highest grade Maryland cornerback. Let's look at linebackers. I'm going to skip this safety position. By the way, guys, don't be surprised if Iowa gets another commitment. Justin Jacobs checks in at number 7, tied for 7th. And Jack Campbell, after his massive performance last week, turned up to number 44. Don't be surprised, guys, if Iowa gets another commitment. And I'm telling you guys, go and check out my video that I did on the recent commitment, Cale Vanderbush. Iowa got a steal with him. He reminds me of Luke Lachey to the T. And that was an excellent snag. Noah Shannon checks in at number 39. All right, let's go back to the comments here. Friday night games seem to be high scoring from High Hawkeye. CJ Smith, I think Hawks win 27-13. That's just what my gut is saying from CJ Smith. I like it. I like that prediction. I do. I think that my prediction will be similar. I have a funny feeling. Well, I'm not going to give anything away just yet. Is there starting running back playing tonight? Great question. I'm going to look that up for you guys. Thinking we need more screens to Goodson. I would agree. When the O-line gets him a huge hole, it's 6. 35-20 Iowa from Mark Bowman. I do not think that there will ever be a Friday night game at Kinnick because of having to share parking areas with University hospitals. Probably. Thanks for the prediction, Mark. The most important game to date is always the present game. I know, Mike, I know, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, when at the point of when Iowa played Iowa State for the entirety of the season, with what game is the most, which of the games have been the most important? For me, it would be tonight's game and probably the game against Indiana, because that was a game Iowa could beat a ranked opponent and go 1-0 in the Big Ten. Solid momentum going into our home game versus Penn State is the idea. Agreed. Matt Hankins been playing great D. Go Iowa. Wow. From Lorray Montag. I wonder if Lorray is saying that to me. Wow. Let's see if Maryland's running back is playing, and then I'm going to give you guys my prediction and get up out of here. Maryland football. Let's take a look. I think you might be right, and thank you for letting me know that. Let's see here. Let's see. Gosh, the Iowa media bothers me so much. I mean, who does a story like this? Iowa football. Hawkeye fans think that Iowa is overrated? Come on. Who cares? Yeah, I'm not seeing that their running back is out, but he might. Here we go. Maryland football will be missing key player for Iowa game. Maryland football will be without a key component of its defensive unit Friday as number 5 Iowa comes to College Park for one of the biggest games in the program's recent history. Freshman linebacker Brandon Jennings has not practiced all weekends, and Terps head coach Mike Loxley officially ruled him out. So no, I don't think that the running back is out. All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys my prediction. I think Iowa wins this game fairly easily. The 27-13 prediction I liked a lot. I'm going to take Iowa in this one, 29-20. I think that they win by almost double digits. It's not as close as it seems. I think Iowa's defense will be suffocating because, remember, defense travels. It always travels. I remember my college coach used to always say that our defense will travel. And it's like, oh, man, defense travels. So I'm going with Iowa 29-20, and I really do expect that Iowa's offense will pick it up. It's not that I don't think they can. They always start slow. I firmly believe that this Iowa offense and eventually the run game will pick it up. I am very confident of that. Iowa has the playmakers. They have more playmakers than they've ever had. When has Iowa ever had playmakers like they do now? With 4-star wide receivers, Keegan Johnson and Arlen Bruce, Tyrone Tracy and Nico Reganey, aka Nico Raggiani, the running back room being solid. Everything is in motion. They just need to connect and they, just be more efficient. I think Iowa wins this game fairly easily. I don't think Maryland is up to the task. In the post game, I will show you some of the comments from the Maryland fans just to have a little bit of fun. Let me go to the comments here. Told you that's huge. 33-17 high Hawkeye. Again, guys, I'm taking Iowa 29-20. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We're almost up to 400 subs. Once we get to 1,000, I can make a little bit of ad revenue. But the reason why I started this was not for the money. It was so I could build an Iowa community in which we all get together and hang out and chat with each other. In this day and age, that is very much needed. And like I already said, I don't think that I am any better than anybody else. This is all you guys. You guys are the ones that support this show, and I will not forget it. You guys are awesome. Be sure to tune in for the post-game show, and I will see you guys there. And last but not least, DBAP, don't be a pussy, Willow. In fact, your feelings don't matter. Love y'all. Hawks win 29-20. Go Hawks.